Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. The kickoff bounces through the end. They'll bring it out to the 25. The give to the tailback. He never had a chance to get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
On the run, still looking. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
Talking to this coaching staff, they felt they had matchups in the passing game that they could win. They wanted to test this defense and see if they could take the top off. Well, you saw it right there. Opening drive of the game. They're being aggressive. They're taking a shot, and they come up with a big one. And trust me, fellas, they're going to keep taking those shots because they've got some dudes outside.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Dropping back, it's Knight. Buys a little time. Makes the grab. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
This is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman-caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. After getting knocked down behind the line, it's 2nd and goal from the 7. Wants to go up top. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy. A 42-yarder from the left hash. Right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. We're able to execute. Themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
Finding an escape route. Past the sticks, and he may get more. There he goes. He's at the 30. 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Knight. Pulls it in, it's Coleman. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cobb. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Wants to throw on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Singleton. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
He wants to throw it again. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Now the play fake. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Offense changing the play. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Together here as they start from their own 21. To the air, it's Reed. Looking left. He's got it. Still on his feet at the 45. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter.
That's good for a fighting Texas Aggie.
They've got a first down here to open the period. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Back to pass on second down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Crosses midfield. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tiger. This defense making a big play, putting it in the end zone. What about the speed of that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, he's like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Owens. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Reed. The short hands, it's Moss. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Short throw is complete, and he'll grab it, step out of bounds, and pick up the first down.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. Might be changing the route. And again, miscommunication on the snap count. Early movement, and they'll get him for a false start. To the air. It's Knight. He tries to take the top off. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. the boot, looking for his man. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Auburn sends out the punting unit.
This defense knew coming in the offense was going to try to test them. They were going to try to take some shots vertically down the field. Defense was ready for that one. Here's the return.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Hand off from the shotgun. Gets it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today. Another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
And the Aggies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. Throws to the tight end. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Aggies. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip into the secondary and make that big play.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Singleton. At the 45 on his way. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
I'm going to keep finding these matchups with my great players in the slot so they can go get me big plays like this. I create matchup nightmares for a defense, and I get it to one of my best players consistently.
Quickly complete.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Coleman. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Quick release by the QB. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
They just keep firing. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And they did tack on the extra point. He'll start the return inside the spot. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's loose. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Back to throw, it's Reed. Fires to the big fella. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Scrambling away. He's going to run it. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On first and 10 from the 38. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Got his man all by himself. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his guy.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Aggie! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead. There was just a little bit of time left in the first half.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Making side adjustments here. Off the play fake on first down. Pocket breaking down. The receiver was doubled and they picked it off. Going the other way and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. corners are going to bail. Back to pass, it's Reed. Bringing the heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The Aggies come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. That's reeled in. It's Moss. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
The quick out. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Aggies have a lot of options on second and inches. Gonna run it. It's Moss. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, with a nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's second and 11. Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Quarterback making checks. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, He didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Motion from the wide out. Second down, he'll throw it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. The quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Fights off a defender. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
In that second down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. So you saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
DBs will try to keep everything in front. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Good, right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
And the Auburn offense will take over 1st and 10.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Got the quick completion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? And I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Gets the back moving. To the air on first down. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Tigers want to move quickly. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete and will change into the field now. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Cobb. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
He'll do it himself. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in third and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
And his throw is incomplete. Third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Auburn lines up quickly.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Got his man!
They've given up some yards, and they're not in a great spot, but here's the good thing. The defense is up a couple of possessions. If you force a field goal here, it becomes a lot harder to lose this football game. So don't be too aggressive. Play back. Try to get the stop, but try to force the field goal.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. This time it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Ball at the 31, third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Unloads quickly. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on 1st down. Still looking on the move. Going to try to get it himself. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. Wide receiver going in motion. The snap sets up the throw. Skips away from pressure. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Tiger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the other?
They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Owens. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Setting up the screen. Oh, open spaces. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation that's interesting, do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
extending the play. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Defense looks as if it's coming. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
What a great stop in a big moment for this defense. Nice job getting the stop. Now listen, the ball goes back to the offense, and this has a chance now to be a great finish. That was a clutch stand for this defense.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quickly out to the tight end. Turning on the Jets. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. Fires toward the end zone. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You can tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.